Hello, and a warm welcome back to our Home Adventures UK. It's so good to be back, and I hope you've been enjoying the summer just like we have. Except now we've chosen this time where it's a bit more downtime, and as the video says, what the title of this video, what are our plans for this summer and what do we usually do during the summer holidays as home educating family. So we are right in the middle of moving around our rooms and their purposes. So last week I couldn't do a video because I was knee high in just rearranging, and I'm going to put an update of what we've been doing because we still haven't finished. And I don't know about anyone else, but when you home educate, you practically have a school as well as children, as well as their toys, as well as their clothes in your house. So there's so much organizing to do, and we thankfully we have a kind of spare room downstairs that now is my husband's office, because my husband's office used to be upstairs in the little room. Our three children used to share a room, but now my son, I only have one son, he has his own bedroom now in that small box room, and my husband has gone downstairs to our spare room, which was also my overflow room, and it just became, to be honest, a junk room. I'm sure we all have that room somewhere, or that space where you just have to pile everything in, because in going through things I realized how much neglect I'd given that space, or this space I'm in now, and I just had so much stuff, especially from our classical conversations community. I'm as the leader, I have to buy a lot of the equipment, and I have to have a lot of, I just have a lot of stuff materials, and I just needed a lot more organization in preparation, especially for next year, because I didn't want it to keep piling on. So I needed a better structure. So another thing as home educating family is that you are very aware that summer holidays means busier places and periods, with obviously school children being off, places that we usually go to that are quieter. So for instance, last week we went to Southend, and we went to what is it called, Adventure Island, the fun fair kind of ride section of it. And even though there were some schools, because they were obviously doing it as a trip for the end of year, it still is not comparable to how busy places get that we're usually used to them being not as busy, like trampoline parks, or 2 weeks ago we went to Thorpe Park, and again, not busy. So I kind of try and get as much in, like museum wise, outdoors wise, before the summer holidays hit, and we rarely go to those places where not only are they going to be extremely busy, but cost wise we get heavily a good discount. For example, at Adventure Island, instead of £30 for an adult and I think £26 for a child, it was only £14. And same with Thorpe Park, we got a very good rate as home educators. So I despise paying full price for things that I know that I can get way cheaper off season, term time, because we get to enjoy those rates, as I said before. So without cramming all of that stuff in that we've been doing, it's been quite busy. We've been quite busy. I definitely like to enjoy the weather more, so we go on a lot more nature trips. We go a lot more forest, outdoors, anything like that. We had a really good trip to Cedars Nature Park, and that's in Cheshunt, and it's really hands-on. They let you feed the animals, they have little talks. It's just a small little animal kind of sanctuary, but they give a little talk and they let you feed them, they let you get quite up close, and it's just really nice. And you have the park, Trent Park I think it is, outside, and then the children enjoy just playing, and we go with our community, our CC community, to that. On Wednesdays, even though we don't have our community days over the summer, we still meet up. So it's been nice not to have that big gap from the children seeing their friends. Obviously, when the summer holidays hit, there's friends who go to school and family who go to school are off. So even now, we have one of my friends' children, while she's working, he's having a sleepover for the week, and that's nice for them to get to see their friend who they don't see that often. And some family will also be coming over. So yeah, it's a good chance to catch up, have beach trips, that kind of thing. Things that are a bit more feasible, a bit more outdoorsy, and we like to explore. So we're planning to go to Portsmouth. I don't like to go on holiday in the summer holidays or the holiday periods, as again, it's more expensive, it's busier, so we tend to just be more homely. As I say, the restructuring of the rooms and reorganization of my life. I'll give you an example of where we're at now. Oh, sorry, put my hand there. But right here is the room which my CC corner is going to be, and my stuff is going to be all there. So this is more like our storage room, and my space is here. That we still have a bit of organizing to do and buying of equipment to sort things. I need a few more storage boxes and whatnot. By the way, if you can see my t-shirt, I love this t-shirt. It says, all I need today is a little bit of coffee and a whole lot of Jesus. Amen. It's so true. My friend bought me this and I love it, love it, love it. She knows me too well, because I actually do say that. But people say, how do you do it? How you do so much? You're out and about a lot. Apparently I'm out and about a lot. It doesn't feel like that lately. It feels like I've been in doing this while being out and about. But I always say coffee and Jesus. Caffeine and Jesus. It literally is, guys. And I think I'm going to sleep in heaven, because no, I'm trying. Actually, on that note, the next video I'm doing is about a detox that we're in the middle of. That also helps my energy and perspective a lot. We try to detox at least once a year. It's a liver detox. That gives me energy and I'm being rejuvenated. I knew I needed it, because I was getting sluggish and I was waking up really tired. And I know a lot of you lovely mums can relate to that. We do a lot, especially homemade, so anyone, like, we should, your liver does about 500 functions, so it needs replenishing. And it's the only organ in your body that can be restored to even better than how it was. So yeah, I'm going to talk about that. It's from a book. We started from a book called The Metabolism Reset Diet. Some good indications that your liver needs a detox you have a fatty or toxic liver, is tiredness, inability to shift weight, especially around the stomach area, which is what my husband and I were finding. And then thankfully we came across this book which explains how your liver functions, and it's connected to your liver metabolism. The liver and metabolism are connected. That's why it's harder to shift weight, not just because you're getting older. That's a fallacy. It's actually a lot to do with your liver. So I'm in the middle of that. We're 2 weeks in, so I have way more energy. I actually need less coffee, but I definitely always need a whole lot of Jesus. Amen. so summer. Okay, summer in relation to actual learning. Okay, now I'm going to, as the video says, so we are a lot more relaxed over summer. We're not as on the curriculum. Well, our curriculum is 24 weeks anyway, but you can, you know, do pick up and do as much as you want over the holiday, so it's not mandatory. But when my children were younger, and I'm talking literally toddlers, we read this book, Outliers. Some of you might know it, by Malcolm Gladwell, The Story of Success. And this is the book where, if you've heard of the 10,000 hour rule, which is to be an expert at something, you have to do it for 10,000 hours. This is basically where this comes from. It touches on birth order. Does that matter? When you're born, and relation to school, does that matter? Obviously, we won't have to worry too much about that as home educators, but basically, it's been proven a lot of sports stars are born at a certain time of the year, because when it comes to choosing, they're bigger and stronger than their peers who were born later, which makes sense. And they say that the youngest in the year, they struggle more than the eldest. I was actually a young one. I was born in August, the end of August, so I was always the youngest one in my years. And I don't know if things would have been different. Maybe because the eldest was born at the beginning of September. So my birthday is the 25th of August. And I remember, I think the eldest was like the 1st or 2nd or 3rd of September. So it was almost like a whole year advantage that the eldest had over me. But I did quite well in school. I'm not sure though if that maybe is because I was actually a secret geek. I was a studier. I would actually study. At school, I was a class clown, and I'd pretend that I wasn't working. But deep down, I love learning. I did love learning, and I would be studying by myself at home or cramming for an exam. So I didn't do too bad. Would it have been different if I was maybe I might have had. I remember there was an issue at nursery where they would say I struggled to read at first. So who knows? God knows. Anyway, but I didn't become a football player, so it didn't affect me that much. But anyway, why I mention this book, because I remember when I started home educating and I was waiting for the summer holidays, I was like, yay, I'm off, I'm going to be off. And my husband was reading this book just after me. And in the book, it says part of the reasons why a lot of the Asian culture, do well academically is because they don't stop learning. So they do a lot of after school clubs, and they work over the holidays. And my husband said that to me, and I was like, well, fine, you can teach them, but I'm on holiday. But in jest, it resonated with me. I was like, oh, okay, I get it. Even though we weren't following what I know now as a classical model of education, where, you know, it's a lifelong learning, it's a continued learning. It did resonate with me that actually, yeah, why should we take our foot off the pedal just because it's the summer holidays? And learning should be a continuous, lifelong thing. And even if it's not so structured, you know, like learning can be through them reading a book, or you reading a book to them, or exploring different places, different seasons, or, you know. So what I've decided to do in the holidays, I focus on their weak areas, what I perceive or what they perceive. I ask them as well what they'd like to do, areas that they would like to focus on. So my son, he's my middle child, he's 9, and my daughter, who's 5, and as I've mentioned before, we think that he's struggles to read. So I got this Toe to Toe, a highly structured multi-sensory reading manual for teachers and parents, and it was written for students who have dyslexia, which we're pretty sure that Elijah does struggle in that area. And I was thinking, well, my youngest is really keen to learn to read and he needs a bit more help. So we're actually doing this with them together. And when I tell you, this is the first aid, I wouldn't call it curriculum, manual that I've used with him, that I'm really starting to see progress. And I don't know whether that's because he's older and actually the other stuff that we've been doing, like I mentioned, Letterland and reading through writing, I don't know, but maybe because it's written specifically for students with dyslexia, that it makes sense that he would get on with this. But they're really enjoying it, and we just do a little bit a day, which do a page a day, and we continue to reading with them is good, and whatnot. So they're also doing art. They're still doing their Spanish because we actually have to catch up on that, but this over the summer. And we're still doing well, they're signed up to art classes. So this week for 4 days they're doing art around the world. So every morning for an hour they're just going to do an art session with, it's actually a girl that's just passed her GCSEs and she's going to be teaching the kids, so that's nice. And then there's 1 week in August they're going to be doing a summer camp, a coding and sports, like they're going there every day from Monday to Friday. It's so good. Like if you're looking for coding and sports, so they do coding in the morning and sports in the afternoon. So it's great because you've got, the more intense in the morning brain work, and then they get to release with the multi-sports in the afternoon. And honestly, if you're looking for something like that, STEM plus sports, and it's from I think 10 to 3, somewhere around that time, and it's only £60 a day, and that works out a week, sorry, it works out £12 a day. And I can highly vouch for the person. She's a good friend and she's amazing, and she's one of the only ones who are doing coding for the home ed community that I know. It's rare, and she's just amazing. And the multi-sports, they actually do multi-sports sessions throughout the year for home ed, so they just do it for the holidays. So guys, if you're looking for a cheap and really good and a good learning experience for your children, I can put that link or give you the link, and you can contact her, but I will put that up. And yeah, as I say, I also do a lot of my prep for next year's, leading the community for next year. We have an open day on Saturday. You're welcome to come to that. I can also put up the link for that. And I have a lot of materials I need to buy and just training to do. So yeah, our summers are just as busy as our usual because maybe we're just busy in other ways, but we still do the learning. So as I say, I'm concentrating on reading with the younger ones, and my eldest, she's still carrying on her spelling work, English work, their books that they do. They still do art sessions. They're doing where we live in Redbridge. We live near Redbridge. They do summer, it's called summer mix up. So they're doing workshops, a print workshop they're going to next week, and they're doing something to do with glass blowing, I think the week after. I can't really remember. And then excitingly, at the end of the month, my eldest and I, we share the same birthday, so we get to enjoy our birthday in the summer. I used to hate my birthday being in the summer holidays because it was fun. It looked fun. It seemed fun having your birthday at school and you get to hand out your sweets and whatever. But now I love it because a lot of people are off. The weather when it wants to be is nice. So, and obviously Isabel, my eldest, she doesn't go to school, so she doesn't care. And it's nice because we get to see a lot of our friends, And so yeah, so we enjoy that. And then the first week of September, we don't necessarily go back. A lot of home editors, they have something called a not back to school picnic or meetup. So we ease back into it slowly, and our curriculum, our classical conversations, it starts on the 11th of September. So that week from the 9th of September would be when we're going back officially. And yeah, so it's already gone really fast. I don't know about you guys. I know that the schools have broken up not so long ago. This is Monday, I'm speaking Monday the 22nd, is it today? So Monday the 22nd, so the schools have just gone off, but we've kind of been off for a bit longer. But yeah, so as I say, we still do some work, but mainly getting ourselves ready for next year and enjoying the weather, enjoying the people that are off, and that is our plans for the summer. So I hope you enjoy your summer. Let me know, how do you spend yours? Like, what tips do you have, or what do you like doing? And well, whatever it is, God bless you and have a great summer. All right, see you next week. Bye. I have a special hair-raising, exciting announcement to make. On the 7th of August, myself and 2 other parents from our Classical Conversations Home Ed community are going to be raising funds for the Home Ed families for this year, and I'm hoping to raise enough money to cover our venue fee and to help families that need extra assistance. So if you can in any way possible, I'd really appreciate your support in this. The link to the Just Giving page is in the description. Updates will follow, and of course I'll be recording and taking you along this next adventure with me. This has been something I've wanted to do since I was a teenager, and now is the time and the right cause, and I'm really looking forward to this. So come along and join me, and thank you for any assistance you can give. God bless you. Bye.